What is up today, everybody? We are back with episode 21 of Talk More Sports, hosted by me, your main man, Hudson Moore. All right, y'all. As you can see again, I'm wearing that 90s throwback Devin Witherspoon jersey because yesterday, baby, was Thursday night football with our Seattle Seahawks going against Arizona Cardinals in Arizona. Whew, with a nice little division rival match. Oh, man. I could safely say for every Seahawks fan out there, whew, like, whew, that was an intense game. Let's be honest. Let's truly be honest to Seahawks and Cardinals fans out there. This should have been a 30 plus win to 3. There is no reason it should have been 23-20 with a Jason Meyer game-winning field goal. Now, don't get me wrong, Jason Meyer, one of the best kickers in the league. It did not need to do that. It did not need to go to that. It truly did not need to. But boy, was that just a great game still from our defense. 6 sacks, 2 picks, 2 of those sacks being from Nwosu. Seeing Nwosu being back healthy at the line, because don't forget, Demarcus Lawrence is possibly out. He has apparently a bicep injury or something along that line. With Nwosu stepping in, having 2 sacks, because we were questionable with his health status, and now he's looking so fresh and good and ready to go. I'm looking at the Seattle defense, and it just looks so freaking good. It looks so good. This defense still kept this offense to only 20 points. 20 points. Realistically, it should have been only 3 or 6 points. Like, defense was lackadaising a little bit at the end, but you know what? I mean, that's the thing about football, especially when it comes to rivals. You keep a team in the hunt, and they're going to make a few mistakes. And that's when the other opposing offense team will strike. And that's what they did. And we were fortunate enough to get lucky with that amazing game-winning drive that Sam Darnold and Jackson Smith-Njigba had, which I loved. But boy, we uh we got things to clean up on the offense. We truly, truly do. Because I'm looking at this offense, man. We are number 5 in scoring. Scoring number 5. The 4 teams ahead of us are the Ravens, the Bills, the Lions, and the Colts. 3 of those teams we're expecting Super Bowl runs, right? We're expecting to be the AFC Championship or NFC Championship. Colts, still early, even though Daniel Jones and what they got going on there down there in Indianapolis, it looks great, but still, it's early for them. But we already know what the Ravens are capable of, the Bills and the Lions, and the fact that we're right there with them, averaging 29.3 points. So nearly 30 points a game we're averaging with an offense. It was so questionable where that's where everybody was talking about in the offseason. Can this offense still because we already know what the defense could do, right? We already expected this defense to be a top 5, top 3 defense already. And they're exceeding those expectations very early in the season. Not to mention, we lost a few of our secondaries for a while. We lost Devin Witherspoon, Julian Love, and our star safety, Nigga Marari. He was still out, but he most likely will be back for next weekend at home against Tampa Bay. But still, our secondary were being a little depleted, and we were still balling out. We're currently leading the league in interceptions right now for defense. And we have the number one QB passer pressure, number one quarterback pressure. And you know what's something interesting about that? We have the second lowest rate of blitzing. So we barely blitz. So meaning we have 4 guys who can get after the quarterback and put pressure on him day in and day out. Do you know how good of a defense of line you have to be and how disciplined you have to be for just 4 guys to put that much pressure on a quarterback when you don't need a blitz, when you don't need to bring in the safeties or linebackers? You just need your 4 guys, your defensive end and defensive tackle to do their job, and they do it. And I'm loving it. It's so good. This defense looks awesome. If they could stay healthy and keep progressing, because I don't even think our defense has truly reached our maximum potential. I truly don't think so. And that's scary because look how well they're doing already. We're currently second in allowing the fewest points in the NFL, averaging 15.7 points. Second to Cleveland Browns, who are, no, excuse me, Green Bay Packers, who are 14.7. But still, there's so much we can keep building off of that. And we look at this offense, it hasn't even clicked yet. It truly hasn't clicked yet. And I'm looking at this offense, and I'm thinking to myself, Clint Kubiak, what is the obsession with running the ball when it's second and long and third and long? I get it. Commit to the run game because we all know if you can run the ball, you can expand the offense. And I get that. It can make it more versatile. I get it. I truly do. And especially when we got guys like Kenneth Walker, Zach Charbonnet. I understand it. But if it's not working, then stop doing it. Because again, we're averaging only 3 carries in the run game. At least going up into that Cardinals game last night. We were only averaging 3 carries. Let's use the passing game. We're third in passing attempts right now in the NFL. And Sam Darnold, number one in passing yards right now. Jackson Smith and Jibba, number one in receiving yards. So clearly our passing game is working. And also, isn't that another funny thing too? Jackson had 0 targets in the first half in that Arizona game, but then come the second half, had 4 targets for 4 catches and 79 yards, averaging 19 yards per catch. So I'm looking at this duo between Jackson and Sam. I think they can finish the season as the number one quarterback and wide receiver duo because my God, it looks real. It looks legit real. I'm looking at this team and it's in this offense. It could be something special. And this offensive line, I'm telling you, we don't have to go over the numbers or stats of this offensive line. Any real Seahawks, any true pure Seahawks fan that have been a diehard fan of this team for let's say 10 plus years, right? I've been a diehard fan for about 15 years. If you know, you know. Looking at this offensive line, you can tell it's just better. It is just better. Now, granted, we still need to be able to create the holes for our run game, which is true. But look at the passing game, the time that Sam Darnold has in the pocket, it just looks better. And again, Sam Darnold, he just looks more comfortable, anyways. Like I don't think it's all on just the offensive line. I think Sam Darnold just looks comfortable. He just knows what to do. He knows how to make the right plays, and it's working right now. So I'm looking at this team, this offense especially, and I'm like, it hasn't clicked yet. There's so much we can keep building off of. But Clint Kubiak, he's got to call better plays. I don't get why it's second, third, and long when we got to run it. I don't get why he wants to do that. Pass the ball. And when he did, it worked. And think about this for Arizona. They said before they had a very depleted secondary. Let's take advantage of that. We got Cooper Kupp, we got Jackson Smith, and we got rookie sensation Torrey Horn. Why wouldn't we want to keep passing the ball when their secondary is, you could tell, depleted? They have no answer for them. They had no answer for Jackson or nothing. So let's keep using that. I mean, if it was like third and four, second and five, right? Third and one, like I yes, run the ball. But when it's like second and 10, second and 12, third and 15, third and 10, like there's no reason to run the ball. Because let's be honest, we don't have the Philadelphia Eagles offensive line. We don't have Saquon Barkley. So let's pass the ball. Let's throw that ball. Let's not run it. Let's throw it because it's working. And when you got a secondary that's so depleted, let's take advantage of that. So that's the thing. So I don't know if Clint Kubiak doesn't trust Sam Darnold, if they don't trust the passing game, which would be weird because you look at the passing game right now, it's easily top in the league right now, so early in the season, which I would have never thought that for a Seattle Seahawks. So to me, it's just interesting that to me, it doesn't seem like he doesn't trust the passing game. I get it. Yes, commit to the run game. No Seahawks fan truly understand that better than anybody when it comes to commit to the run game on the offense. Because again, we've had guys like Marshawn Lynch, Rashad Penny, Chris Carson. So we know what it means for a running back to run the ball. We know that. But we can't always keep relying on that. Sometimes just pass the ball, just throw it. It's working. It is working. And if it doesn't, then yeah, go to the run game. But when it comes to these screenplays and these toss plays and trying to run right up the middle when it's clearly showing that we're gonna do it and we're not fooling anybody, it makes it easier for the defense to read it. But I will say though, because especially when we're in the red zone, these play calls that Clint Kubiak would be calling sometimes, I'm like, what are we doing? We're in the red zone. There's no excuse why we shouldn't be scoring right now. There's no excuse why we shouldn't be. We should be absolutely dominating this team. We are on defense. We should be on offense. So again, I've seen times where Clint Kubiak was doing the right thing and other times when he was not. Last night, he was not. He truly wasn't. And you're so lucky that Jason Meyer and that defense bailed you all out. You are so lucky. Because honestly, against a better team, it's not going to be the same thing. It is not going to be the same scenario. We're not going to get bailed out by a field goal kick. We're not going to get bailed out by our defense. As great as our defense is and can still even get better, it's not going to be the same scenario, especially going up against a much better team. So they got lucky. So offense has got to pick up the slack. They have to. And the reason why I'm so upset about it is because his offense looks so great. And numbers wise and performance wise, you can see it. Our offense has the potential to be a top 10 finishing in the league. I've said this before. so many times. You can go back and look at my previous episodes. I have said this team could finish as a top 10, top 15 in the league. I'm, you know what? I'm truly going to stick by top 10. I'm going to say right now. I'm saying it right now as I'm speaking. This team, if they do it right and if they execute it right, they will finish top 10. Now, I don't know exactly where they'll finish, but it will be a top 10 offense. Defense, top three. I'm going to call it right now, top three. If they finish number one, awesome. But I'm going to say top three defense, top 10 offense. I'm looking at this team. It just looks so good. I'm so excited for what this team has to offer. I'm so excited for it. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see what next weekend looks like at home against Tampa Bay, a great offense and a very good solid defense. That will be our biggest challenge, and I'm so looking forward to that game. So make sure you stay tuned for that show as well as I break down that game. It's gonna be a good one. So make sure you stay tuned for that next Monday show, the following after that Sunday. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. So as we kind of switch from the Seahawks, we switch to those Mariners. Boy, those Mariners. Wow. Just wow. 18 of the last 19 games they have won. Cal Raleigh, 60 freaking home runs. Fourth player to ever have a 60 plus home run season. And you are a catcher. You are a catcher and you are doing this. And again, Mariners, they clinch their first AL West division since 2001. And currently the number two in playoffs right now in the American League. This team, wow. I'll admit, I've never been the biggest baseball fan and even a Mariners fan. I still go to the game sometimes. I enjoy a good baseball game here and there. It's never been the same to me as like football, basketball, track and field, boxing. But still, this Mariners team, there's something about this team where even before we traded for Suarez and Naylor, this team just looks freaking good. They can go all the way. They can go all the effing way. They can go to their first World Series and they can win it all. Pitching is looking healthy. And for so long, we've always said we need guys who can hit the ball. And boy, have they. With Julio, with Cal, with Randy, with Josh, with Suarez, with George. These guys, they can hit the freaking ball. And I am so excited for what this playoffs have to offer to them. I'm so excited. It's going to be a great, great matchup. If they can really go all the way, and with Cal having 60 home runs and an RBI of 125, how is he not the MVP? And again, the Mariners team is a better team than the Yankees. So why can't they? Why can't he be the MVP? Especially him being a full time. That's the thing. He's a full time catcher. We've always known as Cal Raleigh the catcher, one of the best catchers in the league. Nothing else. We never thought of him as a hitter, anything else. Just Cal Raleigh, one of the best catchers in the league. And now you have 60 home runs. 60 home runs. We thought it was already crazy the fact that you only had 40 home runs. But now the fact that you have 60, 60, and there's a chance, a small, small window of a chance that you could potentially break Aaron Judge's single season home run record in the American League. Small window, but it's still possible. So I'm looking at this team, this Mariners team. I would love to go to an October postseason game, even though the tickets are going to be crazy expensive. Not even just because it's playoffs, but also it's Seattle too. If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. But yeah, I would love to go to just one game, just to be like, wow, I actually got to experience a playoff game in Seattle. Get to actually see what it's all about. Playoff baseball here in Seattle. And now I know they went to the playoffs back in 2022. I get that. But this doesn't feel the same. This truly doesn't feel the same. This feels like this team could go all the way and actually win the freaking World Series. It looks like it go all the freaking way. So I'm very excited for this team, man. I cannot wait. I again, not the biggest baseball fan, but boy, am I going to be watching every single game and every single chance I have. I'm making sure because I am a diehard Seattle sports native fan, and I'll always take that to my grave. So for this October, I'm going to make sure I watch every game I get. Every chance I get, I'm going to be watching a game, supporting them, doing whatever I got to do because it's going to be fun in October. But can you just imagine we make it to the World Series? Can you just imagine? Going to the World Series would feed people. It would feed people because Seattle, World Series, never thought in my lifetime I would hear that. Never in my lifetime. and the fact that it's an actual possibility. Can't wait. Can't wait for October. So excited. Cannot wait. Before we end today's show, let's take a quick dive into tomorrow's game here in Seattle with Ohio State, the number one team in the nation, the reigning defending national champions, come into Husky territory for that 12:30 matchup on nationally televised show. If the Huskies can beat Ohio State, they're in the top 25. Dare I say, maybe even the top 15. Dare I say, maybe even top 15. If Damon Williams could just put on a show. Because again, scouts, GMs, and coaches of the NFL are going to be having their eyes on Jeremiah Smith and Caleb Downs, the star wide receiver and the star safety. They're going to be looking at these dudes because Caleb Downs going into the 2026 NFL draft looks like a surefire slam dunk, top 5 pick, top 10 pick in the first round, where Jeremiah Smith, the kid, can honestly become a first overall pick if we're being honest. So when we look at those two players in Ohio State and being the reigning champs and the number one team, they're looking at those two guys. But if Damon Williams and the Huskies can beat them, and Damon has the college performance of his career right now, he can make scouts, coaches, and GMs walk out of that stadium thinking, man, we were here for Jeremiah and Caleb, but now we gotta consider this Damon Williams kid. Who is this dude? Who is this little speed demon dude with the ball? Who is this little dude? His name is freaking Damon Williams. And this kid, I hope he puts on a show for tomorrow. Their defense for Huskies, I'm a little worried just because, again, 2 words, Jeremiah Smith. He can have Madden numbers tomorrow. He can literally have Madden numbers. He could go for like over 157, over 150 receiving yards, a couple TDs, like almost 10 catches, if I'm being honest. So that defense might get a little rocky, but boy, this offense, they can do something. And if they can score, this is going to be a great matchup and a great game to watch. I'm so excited for this game tomorrow. Oh man, I've grown up being a diehard Husky fan since I was 5 years old. My grandfather, diehard Husky fan, took me to a lot of football games growing up. So to see the number one team come into Husky territory with the whole nation watching, it's going to be a great freaking game. I'm so excited for 12:30 tomorrow, just to lay in my bed, chill on my couch, or sit on a chair wherever I am and just enjoy great college football. If they can win it, top 25, and again, dare I say, top 15. So I want to thank to everybody out there listening and watching. Comment down below for Seahawks fans what you think about the Cardinals game and what do you think going forward. For Seattle Mariners fans, comment down below what you think about going into October postseason. How are you feeling? How are you confident about this game and this team and who they're going to be playing in the first matchup? And to Huskies fans, comment down below how are you feeling about this Husky team? And can they really make some noise? Can they really be legitimate potential playoff contenders? So comment down below what you think. Subscribe to my channel. We're getting these subscribers up. Follow my journey in the world of sports media. I'll give you all the insights, all my brief details, everything that I believe, all my opinions, all my facts. I appreciate everybody out there watching. Hit that like button below. And with that being said, we'll be back more next time.